What, Tupac,
Yeah,
him being
Pac
from
and-
Harlem?
yeah.
Yo, it does. Believe it or not, he was born in the same hospital. He was born, if I'm not mistaken, he was born in St. Luke's, you know? And I was born in St. Luke's. He lived on 116th Street in Morningside. I was born on 116th in Morningside.
What?
My brother died on 116th in Morningside. He lived on 182nd and Bathgate Avenue. That's where I moved when I moved to the Bronx.
What?
So
Damn.
after he moved from the Bronx, after he moved from Harlem, he moved to the Bronx. And I believe he went to like Baltimore or like DC, and that's when he went to school with like Jada Pickett and stuff.
And then you moved to Baltimore.
Nah,
You're
I ain't get to
You're
do
with
that.
Willow Smith.
I ain't get to do that. I ain't
Jaden.
get to do that. I wish.
Man, this ain't coincidence. The dude's a stalker.
What?
Big boy
Big
neighborhood.
boy.
ASAP Rocky's in the
man.
neighborhood, man. First off, we gotta say welcome to the neighborhood,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
Man, I'm happy to be here. This is like any hood, man. You know
Man,
what I'm
thank
saying?
you, brother. You know what's
what's up.
crazy?
Happy to
When he
have you.
first stood up, this is our first time slapping hands.
Yeah.
When he first stood up, what's the one thing that you thought? I was like, man, dude is taller than what I thought.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
definitely
saying?
do look. you're a
Everybody
taller
thinks
person.
I'm short.
Yeah.
Well, I am kind of short technically. I'm only 5'11".
And he
man.
is, he is
I'm
next to
5'4", bro.
Louis,
I'm
so.
short.
Right. No, if you talking about short, look at the homie next to you.
Yeah, come on, man.
You know
So
what I'm
wait, 5'4"?
Yeah, and a half.
No,
Yeah,
he's
5'4" and a half.
exaggerating with 5'4".
Yeah, with them heels on. You know what I'm saying?
He's
Yeah.
5'4" with him.
With them, and dude, ASAP Rocky, he will show up in some heels
Yeah,
for
he
real
will.
though.
Yeah, man.
Don't get it
Only on
twisted,
Wednesdays,
Rock.
bro.
Best believe that, man. So now, man, and not that it's some overnight story or success, man. You really starting to see the so-called fruits of that labor. Though.
Nah, I'm just starting to see. It's
Yeah.
funny you say that, yo, because you know even before everybody kept saying, yo, how does it feel? How does it feel? And I'm just like, yo, I really don't see a difference. And honestly, you know, when it's happening and you don't really, you oblivious to
Right,
everything.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I would prefer to stay this way because it keeps me kind of humble and grounded.
You know what I was noticing? How I could tell how hard you working and how much is because he didn't know if certain movies were out. On the real,
man,
that's
yeah.
when somebody's like really, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
When they really on their thing though.
Yeah, I know, man. That's whack though.
No,
man.
that's good.
It's
'Cause
good,
you don't
but I
want to
want
go watch another man work.
Nah, but you know, I want to still be a kid and
Right.
enjoy being young.
That's
you know?
over, man.
Like,
Yeah,
you
that's
think
over.
so?
That's
That's
over,
You're
buddy.
working now.
Yo, y'all about to make
Making
me
hits
cry,
now.
bruh.
No,
I'm about
don't
to
cry.
bruh.
It ain't us making you cry, it's the damn Ciroc. You know what I'm saying? Don't blame it on us. Big boys
Big
neighborhood.
boy.
ASAP Rocky in here, please. Drink that, my brother.
Take a couple more sips.
Sip, sip, sip.
As you should. Hey man, now the tour is going down. You're about to head out, or you're heading out with Rihanna.
Yep.
What's going on with that, man? Do they call you?
Yeah, they called me for
That's
that.
dope.
Now, honestly, that was a special request. She just wanted me and her to
I wanted
just.
you to touch her butt again.
She-
No.
Yeah.
Had
Yo,
a handful of ass. I ain't
Grandma
mad
on
at it.
it.
Yo, for real though, like I'm an international ass slapper now. Like you know,
Whoa.
As you should
first
be.
it was
Yeah.
first it was Lana, now Rihanna. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
All the
next.
honors.
Yeah, you need a rhyme. Who's next?
You know what?
Madonna.
Are you ready for that stage? Are you ready for that? Are you?
Yeah, you know, people don't know my first time ever touring in my life was with Drake.
Jersey.
So,
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
know, I
yeah,
already
yeah,
opened
yeah.
up to stadiums. My first time was in
Remember that.
front of 15,000. So
Do you
it's just-
prefer large audiences like that, or do you prefer something a little more intimate?
I'm not gonna lie, I prefer the large.
That's
ones. You know what I'm
dope.
saying? The bigger the better, because for me it's like we all over the place. Like my shows look like a circus sometimes because there's people jumping around, people jumping in the crowds. One time I actually had people like jump out of like from off the terrace and onto the stage. Like I'm talking dangerously.
And so the name is Rakim.
Yep.
That is dope as hell, man. Rakim, and it's crazy with a name like that, man. Did it feel like it was destiny already?
Yo, honestly, man, I feel like my parents jinxed me. I say that all the time in a good way.
Right.
You know, the reason why I didn't come out with my original name, I just felt like that those shoes were too big to fulfill, to even try to attempt to fulfill, and I would prefer to just, you know, make my own legacy and leave my own legacy and, you know, follow my own destiny and make
Yes,
my
sir.
own path, you know?
Yeah, because Rakim would be a hard one to.
That's like,
Follow up
honestly, like, that's like somebody coming in the game and their name is like Slick Rick or Tupac. You gonna
Right,
be like,
right, yeah,
yo,
yeah,
what?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
come on, yo, don't do that. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
man. At least you understood that before I
Yeah.
had to sit you down and say something.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go
Come on,
ahead.
get it.
I was raised by the older G's, man. Like I had an older brother,
I
I had a
can tell.
father, I had a lot of guidance, older brothers and stuff. You know what I mean? I always see, even my management now, those dudes like my uncle and stuff, like uncles, man. Like you know, I love love to watch, you know, older cats because you can learn from their mistakes, so you
Yeah,
can
man.
avoid them.
That's what
early.
I say, man. Let other people pay your tuition into the school of experience.
For
Sometimes
real, man.
you
For
gonna
real.
crash the car your own.
You
damn
have
self.
to.
Yeah.
It's only right because that's just life.
Yeah,
but,
man.
you know, try to avoid as much as possible.
Coming up in Harlem, like
Uh-huh.
I know just from being a Tupac head myself, he was born there. Does that influence you at all?
What, Tupac,
Yeah,
him being
Pac
from
and-
Harlem?
yeah.
Yo, it does. Believe it or not, he was born in the same hospital. He was born, if I'm not mistaken, he was born in St. Luke's, you know? And I was born in St. Luke's. He lived on 116th Street in Morningside. I was born on 116th in Morningside.
What?
My brother died on 116th in Morningside. He lived on 182nd and Bathgate Avenue. That's where I moved when I moved to the Bronx.
What?
So after he
Damn.
moved from the Bronx, after he moved from Harlem, he moved to the Bronx. And I believe he went to like Baltimore or like DC, and that's when he went to school with like Jada Pickett and stuff.
And then you moved to Baltimore.
Nah, I
You're
didn't.
with-
I ain't get to
You're
do
with
that.
Willow
Can you
Smith.
start
I ain't
going
get to do
on?
that. I ain't get
Jaden.
to do that. I wish.
Man, this ain't coincidence. The dude's a stalker.
What?
Man, this
You're
ain't no
doing this on purpose.
Yo, and I'll be, yo,
and he ready to sign with Death Row.
Yo, you be
dude.
seeing my Death Row beanie?
Yes,
yo, I got a
you're
Death Row
out-
beanie.
yes.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. I love Snoop and Pac, yo, for real. That's what I wear it for, man. And Dre and stuff. Death Row is dope, yo. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, man.
I'm a fan, like, you know, and I'm not too cool to say it, like. I'm still a fan, yo. Like, I mean, even like you, man, like even back in the days, the
Yes,
stuff
sir.
that you was doing, it's just people, the pioneers who've been here before, like they don't really get the acknowledgement that they deserve and respect and credit because the young bloods, you know, sometimes we forget,
Yeah.
you know. So, but me, man, I can't watch my peers because they don't influence me, they don't move me. No
I hear you.
disrespect, no disrespect. It's the people before me. So when I'm looking at Bone Thugs, Easy, Pac, and all these cats from the West Coast, as only because, you know, I got love for the
Yeah.
South too. I got love for everybody, man. I just watched the dudes before me who did it, who had their time, and how when the music was different, and I just appreciate it, man.
Hey, Rock, is
That's
it
your
crazy
friend.
that people are watching you now, though?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I always wanted them to. I always
Right.
thought they should.
Right, as it should.
As it should.
Get smart. Watch your partner. ASAP, man. So there was a bout of homelessness coming up with
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Talk to me about that, man, because I think we share a lot of similarities on that.
Yo, you know, I realize no matter who you are, everybody has struggle.
Yeah, man.
It doesn't matter how fortunate you are. Everybody has struggle because life is struggle. You know, you got to struggle to survive. Every day is a struggle. You know, my dad, he made bad choices. He used to, you know, sell drugs for a living, and we had a good life up until he got caught and got incarcerated. And, you know, my mom, you know, her only option was just homeless shelters because at that point, you know, you can't imagine being like the people in the family that everybody goes to when it's financial problems and it's trouble and stuff, and then, you know, that empire falling.
Yeah.
It was
How long
like
were you
that.
guys in the situation?
Probably about like 2 years.
Yeah, man.
Probably like 2 years.
Hell yeah. Same with us. It was homeless shelters, motels,
Oh,
sleeping
man.
outside. And it was my mom, single parent though.
Yeah.
Seven kids. So it was like that's why now any blessing that you get, you understand that you
How old
you
were
the
you?
faucet. When man, it was different years. 10 to 12 years of age. Yeah, and then
11 to 13.
Yeah, man. And the same thing with I used to tell them too, man, like cats would be like, "Oh man, we going to stop by we going to go to your house."
You can't come home.
I know.
I can't have no
Man,
company.
and what I would do sometimes too, ASAP Rock, is I would walk
The other
and
way
then-
home?
Yes. And then cut back through the alley and
Wow.
run over to the mission. Or
They
run
don't
back
know
to
what
the
it's
church.
like when you trying to get girls, man, and you like probably you young as hell, and then your friends got jokes. Cause for kids are mean. You don't-
Yeah, man.
You remember? Oh man, I remember my one boy, man. Man, he was one of my closest friends. We had to be in the 3rd grade. This boy had on some Barney drawers. Remember the Barney underwear?
Yeah.
no.
What?
He had the Barneys on in 3rd grade, man. I'm talking about, man. He had to fight up until 6th grade because of that, man. Like,
You mean
know what I
these right here?
He still wears them.
I wish somebody say something about my Barneys now. Look at your ass.
Nah, you know, if he be sleep, he was sleep. Some girl just peeped it and just put him on blast in front of the whole class. So I said,
Yeah.
you know what, man? You know, you can't let people know that you was in that situation back then. But you know that kind of stuff, I'm proud of.
Yeah,
these days, bro.
I'm 100% proud of it also, brother. And plus, it builds who you are.
It does, man.
You know what I'm saying? It definitely builds who you
Makes
are,
you
man.
appreciate.
In a major way.
Yo,
in a
that's
major
crazy.
way.
I would have never guessed.
Oh
you
man,
know?
yeah. And anything with life, man, it was just crazy moments. You know what I'm saying? And the same with your moms and pops, it's like you get into this slippery slope. And it's like, damn, how do you get out of this? You know what I'm
and
saying?
It seemed like it takes forever.
Man, all I wanted was an address. I used to walk by and I'd be like, man, I wish we lived here. I wish we lived here.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
dude.
man. All I wanted was an address. I would have taken anything.
Man, I used to be in Manhattan just, on the buses just looking like, yo, man, I want to live in this building. Watch, when I get older, I'm going to live in this building. I'm going to live in this building. And now I can live in any one I want.
First thing I did, homie, was when I got put on, I was like, I bought my mom a house. And I was like, man, nobody would knock on the door and tell you got to move again. You'll never be evicted again. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Ida. And that's what we here for. ASAP Rocky's in the neighborhood, big boy
Big
neighborhood.
boy. I know you wanted to be a model at first. How did you switch from going towards the fashion lane towards the hip hop lane?
Yeah, I just wanted to just get chicks any way I could.
Just say that then.
Just look good doing it.
Say that
I'm just
then.
gonna be real with you. I mean, like for real, as a youngin' man, that's all you think about at one point in time is just chicks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like,
Chicks like fashion.
they do. Only I like chicks who like fashion. I like
Yeah.
fly chicks. We all do. I mean, nobody wants a plain Jane. Like So for me,
As long as she got a heartbeat on me.
You good, man.
Yeah, take them teeth out. We good to go.
But then, like, you have like these high-end, like high fashion brands that you really go for. How was that first buy? Because I'm sure like you had to like grab your money or had to build up to get something like that.
Not even a lot of you, man. Like I always just used to have like rich girlfriends or something like that, or girls who would just buy me stuff anytime I messed up my packs and stuff. 'Cause
that's good.
For us, we used to try to get it any way we could. I mean, when you was 12, you used to try to go to the barbershop to sweep up here for something. Then, nobody want to take you serious with that. So what you try to do, you try to go get you a little bit of weed, sell some weed. Then they don't want to buy that from you either because you're so young and it's too skimpy. So it's just like, you got to figure out how to do it. By the time I got of age, I was doing a lot of freelance, and I try to do gigs and stuff. A lot of modeling, Teen Vogue and Calvin Klein and stuff. And then after a while, I was rapping first at age 8, man, and I always had rap in there. Like it was always a hobby, and I did a little bit of modeling, and I'm just starting to get back into it. Like if you check out Mr. Porter, I mean, I'm just killing it. Man, I'm killing it with the modeling right now. See, this is my pimp voice. Pimp's got. Let me.
Oh my God.
You gotta do that.
See now, young blood. Like it's like, back in my heydays, I used to tour around the world, baby, and I seen things like a lot of discrimination, and it was just like I just seen it across the nation. And, people like Jimmy and people like Johnny. It was good because it was purple all in the air.
Yeah, that's real. Talk about that. Say that then.
Okay, is this why women would buy you clothes?
Yeah,
No,
I just put on that voice and it be working. I'll be like,
Buy them clothes.
so listen, baby. Look, that new Givenchy over there. My
You gotta know how to talk to your women to get their money though.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, because what I would do,
Teach
man, back
Louis.
in the days, I'd be like, hey, baby, give me your purse.
But would you get it?
That works.
I never did that. No,
It worked every time.
I never did that. It said Rocky in the neighborhood, big boy neighborhood.